What's up, everybody? Unrested back again on my way home, and today I'm going to go ahead and cover a topic that I've covered multiple times before, but in a new light, because I've started to get a new question that kind of bothers me. Not in the way that I'm trying to yell at anybody for questions. Obviously that's what makes my channel. Fans and questions are what make my channel, so I really can't complain. But one question that's kind of troubling me that I get recently is people have started to write me and say, I heard that you can get a job in Japan without a degree. And if they just mean they can come here and work on a holiday work visa, then that makes sense. Yes, that is possible. If you're American, you don't have this option because America doesn't have that set up with any country. But in places like Canada or Australia, people can get usually 6 months and sometimes 1 year work visas. And this means you just work a job, usually English teaching job. It has to be something usually that you can only do that fills in a role that most Japanese people can't do, and that is teach English. Not saying that there isn't Japanese people who teach English, because there are, but teaching it on a native level, it's not really a job that's taught very much here in Japan by anyone other than gaijin, and that's why people can fill in that role quite easily. But I'm starting to get the question of, what can I do to get a job there where I teach and live there full time and work as a teacher there without a degree at all? Well, first let me say, one question I get because of this too is, what kind of degree do I need? Any degree is okay. I've said this many times. I don't know if people ever listen, but I get this question a lot, and yes, any degree is okay. It has to be a 4-year degree or a 4-year equivalent to a bachelor's. That means those of you in countries where you can get it in 2 years, yes, that's okay. But to live here without a 4-year degree, you could be married to a Japanese person that would allow you to do that. But other than that, there's no real way around it. And I've started to get this question. People are saying stuff to me like, well, I heard a guy who made a fake degree online and used that to get in. How do I do that? I don't really want to be part of that because that's completely illegal. So I don't have any information on that, and I'm never going to try and help anybody else do that. That's pretty much breaking the law, and you better have a pretty amazing contingency plan if they find out that that's what you've done to get your visa. Number one, you're going to need a degree. Number two, you're going to need transcripts. If you're forging both of those documents, you're committing a big immigration crime, because you're completely lying to the immigration office and falsely reporting documents which are supposed to be official. And when people write to me and ask me how to do stuff like that, it's troubling in the sense that it means perhaps people have actually gotten away with it, and maybe people out there are telling people to do this. I don't really know where these questions come from sometimes, but it's not something I'm ever going to try and figure out or cover or converse about because it is illegal. I had to do my time to get here. I had to pay for college myself, go through college myself, finish college, get my degree, have a degree to get here. And, you know, there's not really any way around that. I'm sorry to say, if you really do want to make your life here, you do have to do the time and get the official papers that you need. The other question I get, and another one that I'm going to answer quite quickly and quite simple, is questions about drugs. Do people do them here? Do people get them here? What's the society's view on them? And pretty much what I'm going to say is any and all drugs are considered hard drugs in Japan. I will never talk about them in depth because, number one, I'm not a fan of them. Number two, if you do them here, you will be deported, and Japan does crack down extremely hard on people who do. I have seen gaijin sent home, and usually they are deported anywhere from 5 to 10 years. If you are not interested in being deported for 5 or 10 years, I suggest maybe you don't even have any kind of inkling or notion thereof of using or attaining them while here. That's pretty much all I'm going to cover with that. My answer in short is drugs, don't do them in Japan because you will get in a huge amount of trouble. And it's not worth your time. If they're really that important to you that you can't travel to another country without them, then I highly suggest you X off Japan on your selection of countries because you're going to get yourself into a whole world of trouble. That's pretty much just going to be made so that I can link people to this video when they ask me that question, because I do get it in my inbox and it's something I really don't like to talk about. Until next time, I'm Unrested. Have a good one.